Hi, how are you today? The improved package has arrived. We're having it fitted in time for FP1. Have a look at the factory report.
Hello guys, welcome to episode 20 of F1 2017 Career Mode, and finally we had the part that failed last summoned. Our engine is now as competitive, nearly, as the Works Ferrari team. So that's excellent. There are no more upgrades to be done in the power unit because any that will be left to be done will be for the following season because of the build time. So anyway, Q1. So enjoy this lap in pure sound.
There's 2 minutes left in this session and we're in the drop zone. We need a quick lap or that's qualifying over for us. You're in P6. That lap puts you into P6.
And eventually P8, so that's very good for us. We're about 1.4 seconds off the pace, which is a little concerning on a track this short, considering we've got our upgraded power unit, but we haven't got the chassis or the aero. That's the one thing with having not developed through the season yet. We've got the engine now, but we don't quite have the car, relatively speaking. Anyway, Q2, we've done an option tyre run, that put us P10, and we crawled back to the pits, hoping that we don't get overtaken. Hoping, and that was just about enough. And then, yeah, and eventually, no, it just wasn't enough. The session's over anyway, ignore that time, it's just the game glitching a little bit. The session's over, so there's nothing to do about it. Even when I'm being trolleyed, I'm sinking down the order and down to P13, and that's why I would stay behind Fernando as well, which would make it worse. Admittedly, it was a gamble, but sometimes you got to take the risk. It is what it is. There's no stresses about that. To the resource points now, yeah, I mean, underachieved by one position. The team are actually starting to develop a slight bit of ambition here. And we've got a new rival. When I say new rival, I mean it's Daniel Kvyat again. I don't know what the team are on, but whatever. The team mostly aren't impressed that we got legit beat by Fernando. But anyway, it's time for the Brazilian Grand Prix. This could be a good one.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Ricciardo, Esteban Ocon, and Hülkenberg, Kvyat, Verstappen, Alonso, and Roman Grosjean. A McLaren, Vettel, Kimi Raikkonen, and Sainz, Massa, Stroll, Pascal Wehrlein, and Marcus Ericsson, Magnussen, and Jolyon Palmer rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So, our strategy, well, it's going to be raining during the race, so my idea was put on the prime tyre and wait for the rains to come as we go to 5 lights now. And it is go for the Brazilian Grand Prix. The start wasn't too clever indeed, but man, there were loads of pounces as well, because the Ferraris are behind us, as we go into one now. Oh, we're barging Kimi out of the way through the centre rest, and we just about hold him to the inside. We do get warned, but he's trying to go around the outside of the cover to solve. That ain't going to work, man. Just accept it. And now we are up to P7. We'll be able to use our VTEX to pass Esteban Ocon. He's trying to have a look at Hülkenberg. We're going to have a look at him. And duly noted into Decina de Lago. And that is P6 kept. Now we got towards the end of lap 2. We're losing touch with Hülkenberg, which he said, but man, he's on the qualifying time. Why not? So it is what it is on that front. But we're okay. We're keeping Ocon behind us. We're not pulling away from him really, but he is staying behind us as we head through the Curva de Sol and now down the back straight. Is there anything that we can do to try and catch Hülkenberg?
Caution, the safety car is out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down.
That might explain random yellows behind us. Okay, so that's the safety car. Nobody's retired, but clearly there's been an accident where is it judged to be a safety car incident?
Okay, I recommend staying out during this safety car. Our tyres are still good. It's not worth risking the track position.
The ones in the lines are going to agree with Jeff. Some of those who started on qualies are coming in. That's understandable. Because it is a flaky tyre. So, okay, that's fair enough. So we're going to collect P4 in the process and move to lap 5 now, having caught the train in previous lap. And I believe the safety car is going to be coming in this time.
To go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
Okay, so for the restart, we see that we've got, I think it's Bottas and then Hamilton, then Ricciardo, then us. We're really trying to stick close. I'm not sure where the safety car line is, I must confess, at Brazil, but we're going now, and it appears that we've got a lot more power than Ricciardo. Looks like upgrades are working, and yes, we have passed the safety car line. I wasn't quite sure, but we have passed it now, as we now head down towards centre as we go back to green, and we're going to take a look at Hamilton as well, who is on the option side, and I think we have just about taken him. There we are, up to P2 now. Oh, we went a bit run down. Hamilton's back through, but then he's had a weird slide coming back to the racing line, and now we're back into P2 as we head down the Retro now heading towards Ticino del Lago, and yeah, Bottas has just gone away. There's nothing really what we can do about that, really. But hey ho, it's a long race. The rains are coming.
Bottas is ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 1.6 seconds. You're gaining by 1.6 seconds a lap. They're on old super softs. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. They seem to have an issue. The time last lap was a 1 minute 50.8.
Okay, Jeff, thank you for the information. 1.8 seconds quicker lap. Bear in mind, that was a safety car lap that we just passed through. So, do take them with a pinch of salt. And on to lap 7 now. Yeah, we're keeping him in touch. And it's Ricciardo that's behind us now. And he's going to try and take us through the Pinarino. Oh, he's actually going to go around the outside. Can he really do it? Yes, he is. Oh, no, there's contacts. And we're sliding to pick a depart up. But we've just about held it. Yes, that's getting Ricciardo P2 now. And we are going to have to fend off Hamilton from behind. This is going to be tricky, this. And bear in mind, DRS isn't enabled. So if we're going to repass him, we're going to have to do it all natural as we head out Junshao, as we now head through turn 13, and now we're 14, and now into turn 15. We're getting a huge slipstream here, and a huge pace advantage. Low aero, but an upgraded Honda engine. It equals this dive bomb that we're going to do. Ricciardo in the Ricciardo, but he's going to try and come back. We're going to hand it round the centre S. We now have DRS as well, which we'll be able to use down the Retro Poster. But Ricciardo, unfortunately for him, he's down to P3 without DRS, and lap's going to make him vulnerable to Hamilton as we head into the Ticino del Lago now. We lock up a little bit, but it appears that Ricciardo and Hamilton are fighting quite hard behind. We saw the positions change back and forth just then on the top left. Now into Ferragura. It's going well, but Ricciardo has just been passed by Hamilton. Or is he? He's quite unpredictable. Yes, he's just about held him off. But on the following lap, lap 9, he's still at it. But I think Hamilton's actually made it through this time. So yes, Ricciardo, as well as he might try, he's just going to have to accept that Hamilton is in a faster car, because Hamilton is on an option tyre. I don't know if that's more tyres than car, but... And the conditions are about to change, according to Jeff. This is curious. The rains are coming in maybe slightly earlier than one expected, but we're not going to stress about them, as Hamilton tries to slip streamers down the main straight, heading towards turn 1. And I think as well, Bottas isn't pitting quite yet. Got through the centre S now. And now going through the curve of the Sol. Hamilton is very quick on those option tyres. That's not really surprising considering we're on primes, we're still trying to find a pace, and we're in a McLaren Honda. So we just eventually give it up to him. Oh, but Ricciardo's trying to have a go as well. But we're like, no, we're going to let Hamilton go. He's the Brit 5 for the championship, we're not. I think we've had enough fun and games with him. So we're going to leave him be. And I think that's Bottas who has pitted now, yes, and went to the lead of the Grand Prix. No, sorry, Hamilton is. Verstappen is now the Red Bull behind, because Ricciardo, in the things that happened last lap, I think he ended up falling behind Verstappen because he ended up going wide. And now on to lap 11, I think that's Hamilton now into the pits. I think Verstappen is as well. So yes, that will give us the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix, as the rains are just about to come as well. Has this strategy been a blinder for us? Or has Hamilton not actually taken us options far enough? Because this lap, it started raining. As you can see, having gone through Sector 2 now, it's raining. Has Hamilton actually just messed up on his strategy? Or is it Mercedes? Curious. But it surely is time for one thing, and one thing only, intermediates. But not quite yet. It's Alonso who's second, and he's catching us, he's harrying us. I don't know what Jeff is saying at this point, and I don't really care. Jeff, you'll be fine. We'll be fine. We've got this in the bag. We've got 1-2 at the moment. A McLaren 1-2. Now DRS is 7 on lap 13. So into the pits now. Nicely, gently backing it in, but we've made it to the line. So all is well. So we can abandon these prime tyres, which have served us very well, I do admit. And there are cars coming in as well, so this is the right time to pit. We've got prime to enter, and away we don't go. We've actually been held. We've not been held for a very long time. But a lot of other teams from the 2016 midfield were also pinned. So yes, that obviously held us a bit. But no matter. We are still the first of the intermediate runners that are out there. Verstappen is staying out, which is curious. He's going to lose a lot of time as we head out of the pits now. They're now onto the Retta Reposta, and Perez is actually very close to us. Perez and us, very inseparable recently, as Jeff reminds DRS is offline, even though we've already seen nice offline about a minute ago. But whatever, now through this Interlago, now onto the back strip, and head towards Ferragura now. Yeah, we've just clearly got more grip than Verstappen, and you'd expect that Red Bull to be mighty through Ferragura, but no. So yes, we're clearly on the right tyre, and that's us up into P5. Indeed, Perez has just managed to mug Verstappen around the outside. And if of course Indy can do that to a Red Bull, a track which isn't exactly Monza, then yes, there are problems for the Red Bull. And yes, on to lap 15 now. Yeah, we're now into the lead as other guys who stayed out on slicks have finally made their stop. So we've got the usual top three, us, Perez and Alonso, like it was in America. This is a little odd. Don't know why it's us three yet again, but you got to be in it to win it, even if it's only for 15 minutes. So we're going to see what the gap is. I think that's about a second, right? Yes, 1.050, unless I'm going very blind. Yeah, okay. We can work with this. It's not too bad. And Alonso's not too far behind. He's only like 7 seconds behind. He's in the game as well if things happen. I think we're keeping Perez level pegging here. He's keeping us honest, but he can't really do much more. I think he crossed the line now with a second exactly behind. Anyway, towards the end of lap 18, now into lap 19. We're just watching the gap here, by the way, because there wasn't a lot going on. And then up to 1.4. We notice Bottas has now passed Alonso. So he's one of the big guns. And he was the first Mercedes on track, so I'm not sure if the Mercedes double snapped or not, but if they did, then that's good for Hamilton. If they didn't, then Hamilton's in a lot of trouble considering how far he was behind. Anyway, we've skipped several laps. The guys behind, they've chosen to stop again, and we notice that it's Bottas now who's the one behind rather than Perez. Yes, we decided to stay up because it is drying, so far there's no point going inter if it's going to just dry up again. Yes, we are losing time, that's to be expected to a Mercedes on fresh inters compared to us on worn inters, sure. But, you know, the point ourselves in a good position and the track is drying, so I think soon it will be time for slicks. As we head towards the end of lap 30 now, and I think that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to pit this lap and take 6 laps. And we'll be going to the prime tyre, that's our usual trusty tyre, when it's drying up. And yes, DRS is enabled as soon as we enter the pit lane proper. So our mechanics are ready. They're ready to take us off these intermediates and onto the second set of prime tyres. And away we go now. So yes, Bottas is 11.7 seconds behind Bearman. There he's in the pit lane, so take a slight pinch shot. He's gone onto the qualifying tyre. This is going to be interesting, because he's going to be catching us very hard. But will he wear his tyres out? Whoa, the primes do what they're supposed to do in these conditions and give grip. And I think Alonso as well, he's in the pits. So, okay. It is what it is. What you see is what you see. What's the gap going to be with Bottas as we start lap 32? Got 5 to go now. Where is the gap? Where is Bottas? What's the gap going to be? It's going to be 10.3. And on to the following lap. We're gap watching. We're going to see what happens. Perez is, well, he's too far behind to be able to do anything. He ain't going to be quick enough. But there certainly are going to be 2 Mercedes power cars. As the Mercedes and Bottas sets the fast lap of the race, 2 Mercedes power cars on the podium. But where are they going to be? Bottas is generally quick in these conditions. It's those conditions that just favour the AI more than the player. That's another fastest lap, so he's now 5.2 behind. Things just taking 2.5 seconds out of us. That's even with us getting warnings for extending and cutting a track or whatever. Now with 2 to go, what's the gap going to be? That's another fastest lap as we lock to the centre S. It's going to be 3.2. We're struggling. And here we are, now into the final lap. I'm going to save this final lap because he's only 1.3 behind. We're struggling. For some reason, we just do not have the grip. Maybe it's because we're on a prime turn. Maybe we should have gone for an option or even a quali. But it is what it is as we now head through the rest of the poster down to the Cena de Lago. Bottas is closing. I don't think he's quite got DRS, but he is close. I think that is 7 tenths. Yes, it is at 3/4 of a second to be more accurate, if not entirely precise. As we now head to Ferragura. He's just got so much more grip than us. He catches us despite being in the dirtier. And now through turn 8 and down to the Pinarino. Wow, Bottas, he has so much grip. We're going to have quite a challenge here as we now head towards Bico di Pato. We're just about keeping him behind, but look, this is a twisty section. So Bottas only got one chance to go down through Maguglia and now towards Junqiao. Have we got this nicely set up? We need to get a good exit out of here because the Mercedes is still the strongest engine. And bear in mind, Mercedes as well, they've actually put an upgrade on. I forgot to mention in a couple of episodes ago, they've got an upgraded engine. Can Bottas actually catch us? It's in our slipstream. He now has DRS. We'll be able to hold on. It's going to be a photo finish. And we just about held on. Yes!
You've done everything we wanted today.
And so the celebrations begin, and well earned they are indeed. It may have looked simple at times, but as any racing driver will tell you, competing at this level, at the very top, is anything but simple. There's no catching them now then. We have a new World Drivers' Champion. Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be McLaren picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for that fantastic performance.
Our victory, Hamilton winning the world title, that truly is Britain's finest hour. Wow. So letting him go after all was probably worth it, even if he's way behind us, because he's nowhere near. Like, I wonder where he actually finished in the end. But yes, that's our Brazilian Grand Prix, the third victory of our season. Fernando finished 5th. Although Vettel must have just taken him towards the end now. Julian Palmer in 6th. This really is Britain's finest hour. What is going on here? I feel dizzy. Julian scoring points. We're winning. Hamilton's winning titles. Wow. It's a great day to be British on the channel anyway. In the Drive Championship now, yes, P5 is going to be where we at least finish. But if we win in Abu Dhabi and Vettel doesn't score, or maybe 1 point, I haven't worked out the count back, we might just be able to take P4. It's unlikely though. And in the Constructors, yes, there is a big chance of catching Red Bull, but that's going to require Fernando to score very good points. And that's even when Red Bulls score basically nothing. So P5 and Drivers and P4 and the Constructors, that's probably where it's going to be this season. But still, that's still great considering where we were in Australia. We're having to take results through pure luck and strategy. So yes, it's been a good in this episode as we now head towards the career score. Yeah, there isn't really a lot to discuss now because we are getting towards the very end of the season. Just bring out the next race. That's it for F1 2017 career mode. But before that though, I'll be treating you next time to a classic car event. We're going to be doing the pursuit at Silverstone's International Circuit as opposed to the Grand Prix circuit, should explain. So yes, I look forward to showing you that next time. Goodbye.